Hello, and welcome to my channel. It's the Network Specialist. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that you know each and every time I upload a video. Today, I will be recapping the Tia Mowry's My Next Act. Everything I will discuss in this video will be in my very own opinion and used for entertainment purposes only. Now, let's get into it. As Miss Venus would say. And before I get started, hey, Captain Venus, thank you so much for being here, sis. So, I want to start off by saying Tia is a champion. Obviously, getting a divorce and becoming a single mom and admitting that she's lonely and putting herself out there in the dating scene, you know, is a hard decision to make, but she did it anyway. How many of us have been in a situation where we were nervous, we were scared, but we decided to push forward? So that's exactly what Tia is doing right now. So sometimes, when you're watching the show, she does get very emotional. So to me, that makes her more of a champion because it's been 2 years. She admitted that she was lonely, so she's putting herself out there. Hey, Rainbaz, thank you for being here. And by telling her story, not only is she going to encourage other women to get out of a loveless marriage, she's going to inspire women who have been through a similar situation to tell their story as well, even if it's with a close friend that might also be going through the same thing. Okay. Tia Mowry is the epitome of the girl next door. The journey is just beginning, but I truly hope she finds love. I will definitely be following her journey. I'm invested now, so I am rooting for her. And especially, now that I have a better understanding of who she is. Tia is very modest, and I don't think that she knows who the F she is. Even with all of those inspirational posts she put out on social media, she still doesn't know that. She's the prize. Okay. I will give my honest opinion and say that Tia does have a quirky personality, but there's somebody for everybody. And there's a man out there that's going to love every second of her quirky personality. And he might even be a little quirky himself. And Greenback says, I am rooting for Tia too. That's right. And we really need to get back to good, wholesome TV, especially if Yeah. Yes, it can be hard running a business, being a mom, being an actor, trying to find time to date. But I think Tia Mowry is going to show us ladies how it's done. One thing my intuition tells me about Tia is that she is not a quitter. Let me tell you about Tia's friends. Well, before I get there, let me say this. Tia had a very beautiful wedding ring, and she hasn't worn it in 2 years, and she didn't feel comfortable just selling her wedding ring, so she decided to change her wedding rings into something for her kids. She wanted to pass it down to her kids because they are the biggest gift that came from her and her husband's union. And I thought that was a great idea, and I think her ex would be okay with that. This is just Tia being Tia and always thinking of other people. And Captain Venus says, I agree. I like clean TV too. And it was so refreshing when she went to the jewelers and she told him that she was divorced, and he said, congratulations. Yes, divorce can be sad, but for some people, it is empowering and a new beginning. Now, let me ask you ladies something. If you are divorced, what did you do with your wedding ring after the divorce? Because Tia has also given ladies, a good idea of what to do with their wedding ring after divorce. So, what did you do with yours if you're married or if you're divorced? So Tia's friend Sierra talks her into speed dating because she is single as well, and it's something that she always was interested in doing. Now, have any of you ladies considered speed dating? I will be honest. It's something that I've always been interested in doing and something that I might do at some point in my journey. Captain Venus said that she would sell hers. Okay, so I did sell mine as well, Venus. So, because at that point, it was mine. It was a long time, so I do what I want with it. But I do like her idea of make it into something for the kids. And Captain Venus also said if I was single, I would try it. Okay, so you would definitely try speed dating. So Tia did let her friend talk her into doing the speed dating thing, and she did appear to be having fun, but she really didn't make a connection with any of the guys. So that didn't go so well. Ring Bass said, I'm still married, still wearing my rings. However, if things were to go left, I would sell mine too. Okay. So all of us are kind of in agreement with that we would sell our wedding ring. No love lost. It's just time to move on. And that's just what it is. Okay. Now, let me tell you about Tia's friends. They go hard for her. They done jumped on her online dating account and are pretending to be her, and they are having a little too much fun with this whole situation. And they are actually choosing men that they are attracted to, which might get a little weird if she starts dating one of these guys. Imagine, your friends helping you by screening the guys before they actually meet you, but they're choosing guys they're actually physically attracted to. At some point, if you start dating one of these guys, you might have this little thought in the back of your head, well, I wonder is she checking out my man because she did choose him, you know. So she might be checking out my man on the sly. So I mean, the fact that Tia isn't, an actress very well known, I can understand why she would want her friends to actually screen the guys before she meets them. But hopefully that doesn't go left. But for the time being, it does seem like a great idea. So they had some pretty interesting questions lined up for these guys. And one of the questions they plan to straight up ask these guys if they were attracted to, the same sex. And I forgot to mention, you know, these guys had no idea that they were actually being catfished and they were going to be meeting the friends and not Tia. So, they wouldn't know that until they actually got there. So after arriving and realizing that Tia wasn't there, when asked if it was okay, one of the guys responded, that he was used to being catfish. Because, at the end of the day, that does sometimes happens when you're dating online because people are usually not who they say they are. Okay. So that's just what it is. So during her confessionals, one of Tia's friends said, you ain't about to just show up and meet my friend all willy-nilly like do you know who she is? So her friends are aware of the fact that she's a celebrity and they know that there are crazy people out there, there's fans. So they were all on board with screening the guys before they actually met Tia. So Tia has some boss ass bitches, and I mean that respectfully in her village. So she gonna be just fine. Okay, these girls got Tia's back, and they are there to protect her. And Captain Venus says, I felt Natasha on that. Absolutely. Hey, Mama Bees, thank you for being here, sis. So, as you know, the guys started showing up. I must agree with the girls. The guy that they showed the most interest in, now I'm just talking in chronological order as to how all of this went down. So, I might have to circle back. Um, they showed the most interest in. He was 6'6" and wore a size 14 shoe, and he was funny, my type of guy. Oh, and he's a successful entrepreneur as well. So let's get this show on the road. They were ready, they were thinking that this might be the guy. So moving right along as they got, deeper into the conversation with Tia's potential date, the red flags started coming out. One guy started, saying, well, seeming to be low key weird. Another one could potentially be a cheater. And that was the one that was 6'6". Okay. Because he had an issue with giving gifts. He said if he gives a gift, it must be because he cheated. Like, are you freaking serious? So that was his reaction. So, okay, no, we're not going to be able to do you. Captain Venus, I can tell you done definitely got your foot in this Tia Mowry show. Yes, he got me too, sis. So you were thinking he was the one too, Captain Venus, because I know I love a tall man. And the fact that he wore a size 14 shoe, I'm thinking, okay, we getting somewhere here. We on the right path. So then they started to realize, well, the third man, after speaking with him for some times, he was the one that actually seems like that he was the most, he didn't feel the fact that he was catfished and he showed up thinking that he was going to meet Tia. But when they asked him about kids, he said that that wouldn't be his first choice to date somebody that had kids. Okay, so that Tia has two kids. So, like, why did you show up? So they asked him, is it because she's a celebrity? Like, what's the deal here? You came on this date like you were interested in Tia, but you're definitely not interested in being a stepdad. Okay. So moving right along. So he had no interest in being a stepdad, but he showed up for the date anyway. And then it started coming out that he was aggressive. So that was going to definitely be a no go. So, the girls came to the realization that the current dating pool sucks, literally drove those ladies to drink because they were already drinking through the whole interview process. But after they realized that they had already sat down with three guys and none of them would work for Tia, they were a little frustrated at that point and getting really stressed out, especially after the guys showed signs of aggression. So they had one other, guy that was supposed to be showing up. And as he was walking in, they got their hopes back up high and thought that he could potentially be the one. And Captain Venus said it was absolutely because she's Tia. Absolutely, Other than that, this guy would not date someone that had kids. Okay. So that the show went off with them waiting to meet the fourth guy. So we will definitely have to wait till next week to see if this fourth guy is a match for Tia. And Captain Venus also said this is exactly why they needed to screen these men. Exactly. So they recognized that Tia was okay with that. And that was a great idea. You know, they pretty much took her phone, reactivated her online account, and told her that she would not be involved. They were going to take care of everything, and after they screened all the guys, then they would set her up on a date. And she was all for that because right after she got divorced, that's when she went on the online dating site and she had a really bad experience. She even talked about meeting this one guy, and he had gold teeth, which that's not really a problem for Tia. Tia has made it known that she likes a guy with long hair. She likes a guy that has tattoos. She wants him to be tatted up. So Tia wants an edgy guy. But when the guy took out his gold teeth and set them on a napkin before he got ready to eat, that was a no go for Tia. So I think that whole experience kind of scared her with the whole online dating thing. So that's when she just kind of like deactivated her account, and she just decided that online dating wasn't for her. But once her friends got involved, she was thinking, okay, this might be able to work. If they can go through the screening process and vet these guys for me, then this might work. So that's pretty much how the show ended, with the girls waiting on the fourth guy to show up. And hopefully he's a match for Tia, because Tia, some people are okay with being single and being alone, but for whatever reason, Tia said, "What is wrong with me wanting to find love? I like, having somebody laying next to me at night. I like holding somebody, and I want somebody to be able to hold me." So she's very adamant that she's ready to date. So hopefully her friends are going to help her make that happen. And Mama B said, "My only issue is why they talking stepdads. Tia needs to just have a little fun before thinking long term." Absolutely. And I think, Mama Bees, I think we're going to see that play out, in some of the episodes that are going to be coming up. Tia is going to be going to Vegas. So I think she kind of gets it. She's going to have fun. And if she meets the right guy, it is what it is, you know. So, and the fact that her friend Sierra is also single, that's kind of like a journey that they can take together, you know. And like I said, I'm just happy that Tia has this village that has her back. So even though she feels lonely, I mean, she has a group of friends like she can call at any point to get her out the house, to have a little fun, or whatever the case may be. So she's in the best position. And what I love about Tia is she's totally opposite from her sister. You know, her sister is married, nothing wrong with that, but Tia wants an edgy man. So, that just makes me feel like, Tia is really being who she truly is. And she's looking for the person that's going to fit her. I'm not sure what went wrong in her relationship with Corey, but obviously Corey didn't see her worth, and she knew that she was the prize. So she wanted to explore her options. And this dating thing, like, there's going to be some ups and downs. And she did admit that when things go wrong, it kind of makes her feel like she made the wrong choice. Girl, you did not make the wrong choice. Dating takes time. You have to vet this person. Everything is going to look good at the beginning. But then as you get to know people, you will start to see red flags. I know. So, you just have to go with it. Soon as you see those red flags, you just have to keep it moving. And once she kind of gets that, Captain Venus says they are definitely opposites. And, that's pretty much probably why, sometimes when you divorce, your married friends might be on a different level than you, because you might be the type that call your single friends at the drop of a hat, like, "Girl, let's go out tonight." And if you're single, that would be okay. But when I was in a relationship, my marriage, I always let my friends know. I don't do that last minute, call me, let's hang out. I don't do that. I need advance notice, because first of all, sometimes you feel like, okay, because you're mad at your man, now you want to just jump up and go out tonight. And that's not going to work for me. I'm a planner. So whenever I do decide to step out, you best believe it's going to be planned down to the T. So I need time. Like, I don't do those last minute calls to go out. That's just not who I am. So I can definitely see where Tia would want to hang out with her single friends because they ready to go. And Captain Venus says, "Yep, me too. Respect my family." You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, you can start to feel like, okay, like, are they trying to cause problems in my relationship? You know, I'm okay with going out with my friends. I feel like you need a balance of time hanging out with your husband, your man, spending quality time with the kids and also spending time with your friends, and your man need that as well. But everything needs to be planned, like no last minute, pop outs or anything like that. We just don't do that. That's disrespectful. And you need to give your mate the opportunity, okay, you know, my woman is not going to be around, so maybe I should find something else to do. Otherwise, he might be thinking about something that he might want to do with you that night, but you're not there because at the last minute, you decided to go out with your friends. So if you start to do that, you will have problems in your relationship. So you always have to make sure that your friends respect your relationship and they respect your boundaries. And the reason why I can say this is because I had one of those type of situations where my friend who never wanted to hang out, it was only when she got into a big argument with her man, now she wants to call me to go out. And I thought it was kind of strange. I'm like, this girl is always with her man. She ain't got time for me, but all of a sudden she wants to call me to go out. I don't play those type of games. And funny enough, I made plans to go out with her because, of course, at this time I was single, but then she canceled on me because ultimately she decided to hang out with her man. So at that point, that's when I was like, enough is enough. And that's when I definitely decided to put those rules in place. No last minute hanging out with your girlfriends. Everything has to be planned. So that way everybody's good. Maybe your man can go and hang out with his friends and everybody's happy. But when you start like, doing that last minute stuff, it will cause problems in your relationship. And Captain Venus said, then they say, we acting funny. No, girl, you're being inconsiderate. Exactly. And they will definitely feel some kind of way. But, if they respect you in your relationship, then they'll be okay. No, that's not going to happen. I don't have enough time to, prepare to let my man know, okay, I got plans for tonight, so maybe he can go and hang out with his friends, you know. So, yes, you have to kind of put your foot down when it comes to your friends because they will cause problems in your relationship. So, they have to respect your boundaries. So, yes. So, with Tia's wedding ring, like I said, she decided to, take her wedding ring and change it into something, for her kids. So she decided to do a necklace for her son and make a bracelet for her daughter, which I thought was absolutely a great idea. So she was very happy about that, because otherwise she wasn't going to put the ring on. It had been sitting in her drawer for 2 years. So it was time to do something with it. And her daughter had a birthday coming up. So that's what she decided to do. So now we're moving on to episode 3, and I'm excited to see where this goes. So we done been through the speed dating. We done been through her having her friends vet these men. So after that doesn't work out, it's just time to have some fun and not take this dating thing so serious. At that point, it's pretty much, you know, once it's time, I just feel like you shouldn't really be looking to meet a man because that's when you're seeming kind of desperate and that's when you'll meet the wrong person. So I feel like you should just take your time and just let it happen. There's no need to be in a rush. I mean, just wait on the man that God sees fit for you. And once God sends you that man, then you'll know it's right. Other than that, you'll find yourself in a lot of hit or miss situations. But definitely, when you see those red flags, don't ignore them and just, make sure that once you see those red flags, You just block and keep it moving. So now that we're done with this recap, talk a little bit about Seventh Avenue Beauty. I know you girls are excited about this TikTok live that's coming up. And what products are you interested in getting this Saturday? I know I'm out of my toner. I'm definitely going to try some of those. I already have the OG body oil, which I absolutely love. And I'm pretty much almost out of that as well. So I plan to get the lavender, the coconut, and the peach. And I think it was the lavender and the coconut in the last live that said it smells really good when you mix those two together. Hey, Braden Lee, what's going on, bro? I missed you. So, Venus, I did say that you were waiting on November to place your order. You said the primer oil. And now I'm glad you mentioned shampoo because I will definitely be getting the shampoo to go along with my hair mask and my leave-in conditioner. I am so happy that she came out with a shampoo because I was still using, I think it's the Carol's Daughter, but I just wanted everything to match. So I definitely wanted to, for her to come out with some shampoo, and it looks like she's done that. So I will definitely be getting the shampoo. And I also see that she came out with some lime green tights. I will probably be getting those as well. So I am ready for Saturday. I don't know that much about the Goalie products, but I'm definitely ready to purchase some Seventh Avenue Beauty. And Captain Venus said, right. So, Captain Venus, have you tried any of the tights yet? I already know you're gonna get some of the lip primer because I now know that that's your favorite product. It is one of my favorite products as well. Green Bag said lavender body scrub, blueberry oil, lemon oil. That's another thing. I'm also thinking about the lemon oil, shampoo, olive, and black tights. Okay, okay. I don't have the black tights yet. I have which color did I get? I have the kind of tan ones, but I'm probably going to get another pair because I absolutely love my tights. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And I know for some people, the tights may be a little bit um not short, but for me, I like my tights to be a little long. And since I'm short, they fit me perfect. Like they fall exactly where they need to fall. So Venus says, yes, I have the gray and the black tights. Okay. Maybe mine are considered to be gray as well. And Ringbath said, I have a pair of the mocha tights and I love them. How many do you have, Ringbath? I only have one so far. I'm thinking about getting the lime or the black ones. Hey, Real Talk with Grace and Mercy. Thank you so much for being here, sis. And Ringbath says, I only been able to get the mocha because they sell out fast. Okay, so you only have the mocha? Okay. And I actually bought my sister the orange ones, the ones that she said was a great fall color. But for whatever reason, I was sent a second pair. And I'm pretty sure I got charged for both. And that's not a big deal because at some points I really want to give away gifts to my subscribers. So I'm kind of like collecting things that I can, obviously give to my subscribers. I don't know if you guys seen that leopard dress that Melody had on in her video. I have that leopard dress as well. I actually bought that dress for my birthday, but it does not fit because, first of all, it's too long. And second of all, it's just too big. And like Venus said earlier, a lot of his stuff is for plus size women. So I should have known better. But I'm going to either give that dress away. I paid over $100 for it, or I'm going to resell it for half off. So if anybody is interested, if you ever need to reach me, you can reach me on TikTok. You can send me a message on TikTok It's a gorgeous dress, and I was thinking about doing a photo shoot with that dress, but after it didn't work out, I ended up not doing the photo shoot. But yes, I have a lot of items that I'm starting to collect to give away to my subscribers at some point. And Captain said she's driving and listening. And Real Talk with Grace and Mercy says, I have the pink tights. Pink? I'm gonna have to check out pink. I'm not sure if I've seen the pink ones. And Captain Venus says he does exchanges, reach out to him. Here's the thing, Venus. That's not the original dress that I actually chose. I actually chose another dress that was my phone just has so many alerts. It's so noisy. I actually my first choice was a black, very, it was more like a fitted dress, but for some reason the order had an issue. So after I didn't receive my dress, and I kind of ordered it really early because like I said, I'm a planner. So I didn't receive that dress, so I reached out to him and I spoke to, one of his people, and me and her decided that the leopard dress would be the closest thing to what I initially purchased. So the dress that I initially purchased, it was somewhere around $130. So I got a pair of earrings just to offset the price. So I'm not even going to worry about reaching back out to do any type of refund. I do have somebody in mind that has a birthday coming up. I want to say on November 11th. She's a lot taller than me. She's bigger than me, so I can see her looking really cute in that dress. And like Millie was saying about the black dress that was in the video, this particular dress, you can wear it multiple ways. You can switch it around and wear it backwards. You can wear it frontwards. But if you wear it in the front, it does go very, very low. So, but it's very, very sexy. And Melody looked really good in that dress. And on Melody, it wasn't long at all because she's very tall. So that dress would have never worked for me. And I actually took it to my seamstress, and she was just like, no, I don't think you should go chopping on this dress. So I just decided to just keep the dress and give it away as a gift. Hey, love seeing her. Thank you for being here, sis. So I do like a lot of his clothes, but I just don't think that his line is probably ever going to work for me. I would have to do too much altering to make his line work for me because not only am I petite, or small, I'm short. I'm short. I'm only 4'10", and I only weigh between 100 and 105 pounds. So I'm pretty sure that his clothes won't work for me. So I'll support Melody with other things, but the Jay Boland's line is not going to work for me. But he has some amazing pieces. And it's so awesome that, he came along with Melody to, do, um, what do you call it? I forgot the name. But anyway, he's right there to help her pick out all of her outfits or whatever the case may be. So that's great. I would love to have a stylist there with me. She said, oh my God, 410. Yes, Venus, I am only 410. On my driver's license, it says 411, but I'm pretty sure I'm more like 410. So I'm just petite and small. And for the longest time, I only weighed between 88 and 96 pounds. My weight would fluctuate between 88 and 96 pounds. So it's very hard for me to find things that actually fit me. I have to pretty much get everything altered. Yes, little big sis, that's exactly what I am. And honestly, 105 is my goal weight. So I'm happy to be there. I don't want to go up and I don't want to go down. That's kind of where I like to be, 105, because if I go, if I get any bigger than that, I'm going to start to, it's not going to look good. So that's my goal weight. And Captain Venus said, yes, he talked about the women in his life being plus size and never finding clothes. And if you guys know of a line that caters to petite women, I would love to know who that is because alterations are so expensive. And a lot of times I spend as much on alterations that I actually spend on the clothes. And I'm kind of getting a little bit tired of that because when you get alterations, every place that they have to take away, they charge you for that. And they're pretty much creating me a whole new dress. She says I'm 5'8.5". Okay. So you're pretty tall, Venus. Yes, I am the smallest or shortest one in my family and smallest. And I pretty much get that from my dad. My dad is kind of small to be a man. And Mama B said, "You are the size of my 12-year-old granddaughter." Yes. And I have small feet as well. My shoe size is 5.5, 6. So again, it's really hard for me to shop. I hate shopping with a passion because it's just nothing fits. And I have to try on about 15 different outfits before I get one that actually fits. So, yes, shopping is not my favorite thing to do. And especially if I do online because once I get it, now I have to go through the return process or I have to get it altered. So I prefer to shop in person just so I have a better idea of, the clothes fitting. So, yes. So, guys, make sure that you get plenty of rest because 6 hours is a long time to be on TikTok. And I personally was on TikTok the entire 6 hours the last time she did the TikTok. So I'm going to be ready for the 6 hours because we need better results than we did last time, than what we did last time. So I'm definitely going to be in it to win it. So I'm going to make sure that I take a little nap and I'm ready for that live. And Captain Venus says, "I'll look for you, boo." Yes, TikTok is the only social media platform that I have right now that's associated with my YouTube page. So yes, you'll see me in there, girl. You'll see me in there tapping, 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 so that we can get them numbers up. And Braden Lee said, "Tell me about it." And he said, "Pray for me." Yes, I will be praying for you and Venus because it's gonna be y'all gonna be working hard on Saturday. Y'all are going to be working hard. Hey, kicking it with Courtney. Thanks for being here, sis. Yes, I don't know how we made it through them 6 hours, but we did it. I know a lot of people were coming and going, but this time we definitely got to get her likes over 1 million. So we got to put that work in, guys. We got to put that work in because she has a lot of eyes on her, and we got to make sure that we support. And Courtney, what do you plan on buying on Saturday for the TikTok live? Love seeing her says, "I'm driving, but I have to say, wow, I am 5'8". Laugh out loud. I do agree that a lot of his clothes are for tall and plus size. They are. I just wanted to support him because, when Melody, wears his clothes, they look so good, they look so fly, but they are not for me for sure. And I won't make that mistake again. So looks like Venus is in the drive-through getting her some burgers. So Venus, is it Burger King or McDonald's? I'm a Burger King girl for those occasions when I do decide to get fast food. I love me a good old Whopper, honey. Kicking it with Courtney says a hoodie and scrub bundle. Okay. I was thinking about getting a hoodie as well. I don't even have the shirt yet, but hoodies are good. Like when you have to go and run errands early in the morning when it's still cold out, hoodies are great. So instead of the t-shirt, I might do a hoodie as well. Oh, okay. So Captain Venus says she's at Whataburger? Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, Venus, you're in, I want to say Texas. Is it Houston, Dallas? Where is it? Yes. So guys, this 2 o'clock time slot, I'm gonna try to make it work for me, because technically it is the time that I supposed to go to lunch, but I usually take my lunch a lot later because, that way once I come back from lunch, it's almost time for me to get off. But in order for me to be able to make this YouTube thing work, I'm gonna try to do my lives at 2 o'clock, and hopefully it works out. And kicking it with Courtney says, yes, give me a hoodie to throw on. Okay, a hoodie and some tights. Oh my gosh. I love to go and run my errands, with my tights and my t-shirts. And now I think I'm going to add me a hoodie to the equation. Okay, and love seeing her. It said she's out doing deliveries and she's still listening. Okay. All right. So guys, kicking it with Courtney, did you decide whether you were going to how you were going to do the Queen's Court review, or have you moved on to something else? Um, like I said, I was kind of shocked that Peacock shows all the episodes of Queen Court, but I really did enjoy that show. And I'm getting ready to review some more shows, but I just have to decide which shows I want to review, because it seems like our Real Housewives of Atlanta is taking so long. Married to Medicine is taking so long. So I'm just going to have to do some more research and figure out exactly what show I want to put in the mix with Tia's show. Kicking it with Courtney says, I'm coming back next week with my reviews, maybe two at a time since everyone finished it already. But the good thing about that, Courtney, is that we know what's going on. Imagine trying to review a show that most people haven't seen. So I think more people have watched that show. So you should be able to get some good feedback. I know I'm going to be all up in them comments whenever you do review the show. So, yes, go ahead and review it because I really enjoyed that show and I want to talk about it some more because I did it in one live, but I still have more to say. So, let's review it. And when you review it, I might be able to pop on the panel a little bit. As you all know, I'm usually at work when I'm on Courtney's live, but I have a lot of free time while I'm at work, so I might be able to pop on stage while you're reviewing it and just, give some feedback to the show. Yes. So, do you guys have any plans for this weekend outside of this TikTok on Saturday? And Braylon Lee said, Whataburger is a vibe. I'm going to start my show reviews next week because I just got back into YouTube. I just need a mental break. But then I got Saturday. So, okay. So, yeah, you might as well just cross Saturday off. You can't do nothing but that TikTok. That's 6 hours straight. I don't know how Melody does it for real, for real. And kicking it with Courtney says, I'm about to try my luck with Norman. Norman. Norman is the guy. Which guy was Norman? Refresh my memory, Courtney. Norman. I'm trying to think which one was Norman. And Captain Venus says, you got this, Court. Norman. I'm trying to think which one was Norman. Which one was Norman, Courtney? And why you trying your luck with them? And Love Seen Her says she is still finishing Queen's Court. And Real Talk with Grace and Mercy says she's heading to Atlanta to go to the Seahawks and Falcons game. Okay, okay, that sounds like fun. Oh, okay, yes. How could I forget Norman? Oh my gosh, that was a sad situation. Courtney, do you think she should have kept quiet about that situation and maybe had a private conversation with him about the fact that he dated her daughter? I felt bad for him because once he realized that she was there, that just ruined his chances, of finding love on that show. That was pretty sad. And Mama B says, I'm going on a girls' trip this weekend to Atlantic City. Oh my gosh. Have fun, Mama B. That sounds like fun too. You ladies be in them streets. She said, yes, Norman was fine. Norman wasn't my type. I'm sorry. If I had to choose, it would have definitely been David. Like when it comes to dating, me and Lisa Ray, we have similar tastes in men, but again, I do step outside of the box and I will date a white guy. So that's something that me and K Michelle had in common. Kicking it with Courtney says, yes, I think it made the other ladies not want to touch him. Exactly. Like I felt so bad for him. And honestly, when he was crying, when he was telling Lisa what happened, I think he was crying because he knew that he would have to leave the show because nobody would want to touch him. I'm pretty sure that he was upset about the situation, but from what they said, it was a really long time ago. And I think he was mad that he wasted his time and got there. And it looks like they don't know who the guys are going to be till they actually show up for the show. So Courtney thought Norman was fine too. Okay. Um, Norman was a little too heavyset for me because even though I like really tall guys, I like guys that are 6 feet and up. But I like tall, slim guys. But he was very handsome. And Love Seen Her says, I'm going to New York for a week. Ooh, you ladies got some plans. Yeah, usually on the weekends, I like to go to the market. I like to go to brunches. I like to go to wineries and things like that if I'm not traveling. And Courtney says, you like snow bunnies. It's okay. Even though I'm opening up my options, Courtney, I have never seriously dated, a white guy. I have went out on dates with a white guy, but I have never been serious in a serious relationship with one. But, at this point, I mean, I'm just open to the person that treats me well and, we have that vibe. So if that happens to be a white gentleman, then I'm okay with that because, I love my black men, but when it comes to DV, like, we have a higher rate of DV when it comes to black men. So that's one of the reasons why I'm opening up my options. And Love Seen Her said, this is belated anniversary trip. Well, so I know you're going to have some fun, fun, fun. Yes. And Kicking It with Courtney says K Michelle likes snow bunnies too. That's why I was saying that, I have the same type as Lisa Ray, but when it comes to the dating style, it's more of K Michelle because K Michelle, I mean, she was all over the place when it came to dating those men. She was exploring all of her options. And for K Michelle, it almost seems like she was leaning more towards the white guys because she was kind of getting a little offended when London, aka Delicious, kept dating the guys after she decided that she didn't want to date him anymore. And Captain Venus says, I gotta sit this one out. I like them dark. And that's funny that you say that, Captain Venus, because when it comes to black men, I like them dark. I love me a good old dark skinned black man. But again, and Kicking It with Courtney says, come on, we have amazing black men that, man, the focus is usually on TV, but I'm like, what anyone likes for themselves. Yes. Like I said, more than likely, it's going to be a black man, but I'm just not, closing myself off to other, races, you know. So if it's a black man, I'm totally okay with that. I have 3 black sons, so I'm not totally, turned off by black men. I'm just opening up my options. It could be, a Latino, any other race. And Captain Venus says, "Tell her, Corey." Oh my God. Now, I'm just gonna be honest. Like I've been hitting these streets, guys, and when I've been out, I have been entertaining white guys a little bit more. And I'm only saying this because I want everybody to open up their options. Like, I mean, it's not gonna hurt to open up your options. So that's why I make a point of saying this when I go live. Yes, I am open to dating white guys. And Courtney says, "Who you like on the show, the network specialist?" On the show, I like David. So that's what I'm saying. I still love me a black man. David was so my type. And what's funny is I'm a Libra, and I am seriously attracted to Libra men. But I have since found out that I don't want to date myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and Libra men, the attraction is there, but I've had some bad experiences with Libra men. But yes, David did it for me. Like his swag and everything was right on point for me. And Captain Venus says, "Wait, your little self have three grown?" Yes, Venus, I've said that. I have three grown sons. They're all in their 30s. My oldest is 35. And she said, "No JR for me." Okay. JR. Which one was JR? Oh, you talking about the one that was on the last King's Court, Tamar's man. No, not when they're like, no, I can't do the JR. Let me tell you something. My red flag radar is something serious. And Captain Venus says, it was the bangs for me court. The with JR, no, I couldn't do a JR, not the bangs. Tamar X, yes, I figured it out. Wait, you my auntie? Yes, yes, I'm 54. I just turned 54. Yes. Yes, all of my sons are in their 30s. I'm a grandma, Venus, but I have grandbaby girls. So even though I didn't have any daughters, I was lucky enough to have some granddaughters. Oh my God. Love seeing her said, right, Venus. What you writing about, love seeing her? I'm auntie. Venus says, I thought you were in your 30s. Yes, that's why my sons don't like to hang out with me because, the ladies think that we're together as a couple because I look just as young as my sons. And Mama B says, I am the grandma in the bunch. No, me and you, Mama Bees. I'm a grandma too. And kicking it with Courtney says, oh, and my sons like to tease me. Like if we do go somewhere together, like the grocery store, the mall, you know, they like to tease me sometime and they'll be like, Mom. And like people be like, excuse me, did you just say mom? Is that your mom? And I'd be like, look, I'm not in the mood today. I just want to go, you know what I'm saying? Get my groceries or go to the mall. Like, don't play with me today. I'm not in the mood. And Courtney says, I'm a granny, just not by age. Courtney, you are not a granny. You have an old soul, you do, but you're not a granny. And Mama B says, I couldn't be your mama. Why not, Mama Bees? Why you couldn't be my mama? Couldn't be your mama. And Captain Venus says, wait, Court, you're a granny. Court's kids are too young for her to be a grandma. Zay. I'm not sure what um, she's talking about. Yes, Courtney, please explain. How are you a granny? She says figuratively, I guess because she has an old soul. And she does. She's very mature. And that was one of the things that kind of, you know, that I felt, that me and Courtney had in common because she's very mature for her age. And I always hung around older people when I was younger. She said, he bet not. No, you got plenty of time to be a grandma. And Mama B says, I meant to say, I could be your mama. Oh, you could be my. Oh, okay. Yes. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I only get 30 minutes for lunch, but I had to stretch this thing out, which is what I'm gonna have to be doing so that I can at least come close to getting my hour in. And Captain Venus said, yes, I'm always with the older ladies. I don't know. I feel loved and safe. Yes. And I've been that way since I was very young. I've always hung out with people that were older, and I'm attracted to older men as well. Like my husband was 11 years older than me, and I've dated, multiple men that were older than me. So I'm attracted to older men. I just like you to be established. I ain't got time to be raising nobody's kids and things like that. So, but Courtney, make sure you talk about well, I ain't gonna jump ahead, but I can't believe that only one person actually went home with a man on Queen's Court. And Captain Venus said, my 4 years, my man 4 years older. Okay. And Captain Venus said, that still count, laugh out loud. Yeah, just a little bit, not much. Not much. 4 years is not a lot. Okay, guys, thank you all so much. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure you hit that like button. I know most of you guys are already subscribed, but make sure you don't forget to hit the like button. I appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me on my lunch break. But actually, I haven't taken lunch. So guess what I'm getting ready to do? I'm fixing to clock out and go to lunch so that I can actually eat. Bye, Venus. And I will be on your channel at 3 o'clock to watch your live as well. That's what I love about this. I can go from my live to your live and we can keep it going. And Mama B says, have a great weekend, ladies. Yes, ladies, enjoy your weekend. And I will do the same. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do this weekend, but I might stay in this weekend because I've been getting out an awful lot and I just need some downtime. For real, for real. So thank you, ladies, so much for watching. Have a great weekend and bye for now.